everybody, it's Deb here with Creating Memories and Creative Life. So today, you guys, I have a cold. I apologize for my voice, but we're going to get through this. Today, I have a fun project for you. We're going to be doing a couple of different things using the mixed media kit from Jolie. So I hope that you follow along, or you hope you like the video. And again, I apologize for my voice. I've been sick for the last few days. Actually, I was sick for about 4 days, and the last couple of days was really bad. I mean, I stayed in bed for a long time, like all day, stayed in bed and just slept. Took medicine, slept, and yeah, but I'm feeling a little bit better. Even though my voice sounds horrible, I do feel a little bit better. So I'm going to share with you how to use this mixed media kit. And what we're going to be using today is some of these alcohol pearls that we got. Okay, you are going to be using the basic kit in a little mixed media book. Okay, and this is my mixed media book. We've done some pages in the past using the mixed media set, and I really like doing that, and I've skipped a couple of months, but we're going to go ahead and start this one here. We're going to do October, and with this little butterfly here, and we are going to be bringing in some of the scrapbook kit pieces, so like flowers, ephemera, anything like that you want to use, you could definitely do that, or anything fall if you want. Okay, so we're going to be using this stuff here, this main kit in our little page. So let's go ahead and get started.
Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to cut your paper down to the size that you want. Mine is the size of my sheet of paper that I'm going to be using for my art journal. And you're going to put that in water for about 10 to 15 seconds, I believe. You're going to follow the directions on the back. I did not do that because I had some issues with it sticking down and stuff prior to this. So I went ahead and I took off the back of the sheet once I had wet it. So the white back part I took off and stuck it on top of my page like this. Okay. And I went ahead and just wiped off this part here, okay, and because it was wet. So this is the front of the paper, okay, that still has that mat on it, okay. So you're going to go ahead and leave it just like that. So once my paper was dry, I went ahead and came back in with the 3D gel or a paste, and I just spread that on the back, okay? And I just went ahead and we're going to actually adhere this down is what we're doing. So I went ahead and just put some of that 3D gel on the back of it, or use whatever adhesive you have, and then you're going to go ahead, turn that over, place that down on your paper. Now again, the reason why I did this is because before the video I went ahead and tested it out on how to get this down, and it wasn't working for me, so I opted for this option instead. You can use this option here, or you can use the option on the directions if you want to. Now for this next part, I went ahead and used my modeling paste from a different mixed media kit that we got, and if you have some left over, use that. And what I did is I used the 3 alcohol inks, pearl inks, Scorch, Radiant, and Intense. And those 3 are what we're going to use to go ahead and fill in our butterfly, okay? And so again, I'm just mixing in the ink with the modeling paste. I'm grabbing that, and I'm just going to go ahead and fill in where I want. I'm just not really, I just kind of wanted it filled in here and there, but you can do whatever colors you would like on your butterfly. So here it doesn't really matter because this is a scratch piece of paper and we're going to cut this out. I don't really care about the edges of this and what it looks like. So here I'm just going to go ahead and wipe off that stick, and I'm just sticking it in to the Radiant Alcohol Pearl, and I'm going to go ahead and add some more in there. Or I'm sorry, not the Radiant, it's the Scorch. I apologize, it's the Scorch. And so now I'm just going to go ahead and fill in the bottom. And I went ahead and left some area open there because I do want to place the Radiant in the middle, which is the yellow. I just love it. And so I know right now it doesn't look like much, especially, because it's just on a piece of paper, but once we get done, it'll be okay. So next, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use that Radiant, and I'm just going to fill in the whole middle part of this butterfly. Now again, you can use whatever colors you want. If you want to do switch it up and use the Elixir, and then use the other one, which is the Opulent, I think is what it's called. Or no, yeah, Opulent. You are more than welcome to do that. Okay, so now I am lifting this off, and it kind of stuck on me. I don't know what it was with this project, but it was anything that could go wrong went wrong. So I left my mistake in here because I want you to see that it's not always perfect every time we do something. So the paper did rip off of the butterfly, as you can see. And so I was kind of upset. I was like, I don't know what I did, or what happened there, but I've never had that happen before. So I just went ahead and I took that little piece off the stencil, and I actually glued it back onto the butterfly. So everything worked out, and there was another little piece that was kind of lifted up, and I went ahead and glued that back down. But after I got everything on there, you couldn't really see anything. So I was pretty happy with it. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to grab a black marker, and I just went around the butterfly with a thin black marker pen. You can do it in pencil if you want to. It's totally up to you, because we're going to get a black Sharpie or another thicker black marker, and we're going to just retrace this line. So I wanted to do it in a thin line first, and then go back over it with a thicker pen. So and then once we're done doing that, we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut this out. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and retrace this with a thicker marker, and I'm just using a Sharpie, and I'm just going over the line that I just traced, and I am making it a little bit bigger. As you can see, it's a lot thicker than the first line, and you can make this as thick as you want. Because we are going to cut this out. You're going to cut kind of like not around the big thick line unless you want to. It's totally up to you how thick you want your border on your butterfly. Mine is just a little bit of a border. I don't even know, probably like 1/8 of an inch, if that. So yeah, so but you can make your line around your butterfly as thick as you'd like, and then we're going to cut this out. Again, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm using a black Sharpie and just tracing around it. So here I went ahead and I just grabbed my scissors, and now I'm just cutting out the butterfly. And again, this is why it didn't really matter if you go over your stencil or anything like that when you're putting the paste on, because we're just going to go ahead and cut this out. Now for this part, what I did is this chipboard piece comes in the scrapbook kit. And so I went ahead and used the different colors here of the alcohol pearls. I did use the elixir, which is the green, for the middle. And then for the base, I believe I used the intense. And I went all the way around with the a little sponge, and I just dabbed a little bit. A little bit goes a long way, and I just went ahead and went around the edge there. Then I went ahead and added in the Radiant, and I added in the Scorch colors, and I tried just to stick with some fall colors, even though I know purple is a fall color too. But since I really didn't have a whole lot of purple going on in my decor, I thought I would just stick with the basics colors. And so then once I got that in there, sponged on top of this, I decided to just use the ink itself and just go around the top of each little area or piece of the chipboard. And I think it made it look a little brighter, and it might be hard to see on here, but it does look a lot brighter when you look at it up close. So since I went ahead and went back in with the yellow, which is the Radiant, I went ahead and went back in with the other one, which is the Intense. And then I went back in with the green, which is the Elixir. And I just love how this turned out. Now I decided to go ahead and see how my flowers are going to lay on the butterfly now that it's cut out. And so I'm just kind of rearranging. I'm not really sticking anything down yet because I really don't know where I'm putting a whole lot of things yet. So here what I decided to do was I decided to go ahead and weave those little flower buds into this the little chipboard stand here, and I just thought that that looked so pretty, kind of like the flowers are growing up a trellis, and I just thought that that was so pretty. So I went ahead and took a few of them and did that. I just went ahead and I looped the ends around each other and around the little chipboard piece openings and stuff, so that way it would all kind of flow into with each other. Now I'm going to play some music for you while I'm decorating. that you guys are enjoying this video. This is so much fun. Even though I know there's a little bit of mistakes here and there, I still am enjoying everything. And so now I went into the ephemera packet from the scrapbook kit, and I went ahead and found that word splendor, and then the little fox I went ahead and fussy cut out from one of the cut apart tags in the scrapbook kit. And of course the flowers are from the scrapbook kit as well. So here, these little crystals are actually from a previous kit, and if the kit is still available, I will definitely put that down below for you. I'll put the link so you can grab these crystals. They are so fun because you can color them in different colors, and you can use them just plain, or you can color them like I'm doing here with the inks. So what I'm doing is I put a little bit of dab on the sponge, and I'm just grabbing the crystal and wiping it across the sponge, the bottom part, okay, of that crystal, and that's what's giving it that green color. So it will, you know, kind of blend or coordinate with the butterfly and everything that's in this little page. And so I just think that these are really cool to use, and they're just fun. They're just so versatile. So here I found another little word, and it's cozy fall days. And so I'm going to go ahead and I popped that up with some foam tape on the back, and we're going to place that down. I'm also using some of the sticker leaves from the sticker sheet to go ahead and enhance the top a little bit, because I felt like it was kind of plain, and so I went ahead and did that. I think it looks really good. So, and this is done while the other stuff is drying. Now we're going to go ahead and pop on these little crystals that we colored green, and because they're all dry, and so I just love how these look on here. I think it really gives it a nice color combination with that like brown kind of color on the back of the wings with the green. And I love the fall colors of this butterfly. I just think it looks so pretty, and it looks better than what I thought it was going to look, to tell you the truth. I just, you know, wasn't quite sure how this was going to turn out, but I really, really like how this really looks. And I hope y'all give it a try. You know, doing mixed media, to me, there's no right or wrong way. It's just basically experimenting with the items that you have and just having fun. And that's why I really like the mixed media kit, because it's just fun for just experimenting and getting your creativity going. And thank you all so much for joining me today. I really appreciate y'all being here, and I hope that you got some inspiration in using mixed media. Okay, you guys, so we finished our art journal page, and I think it looks pretty cute. I really like this. I really like how I incorporated the flowers in around the butterfly, incorporated some of the stickers from the sticker sheet from the scrapbook kit. We went ahead and tacked this down, and then you put gesso on top of it, because the top part is actually going to be a little sticky. So you want to go ahead and seal that in there. So you can use Mod Podge if you want to. I used gesso because I wanted to whiten down, or just kind of tone down the blue from the wooden plank. And look, and then I went ahead and cut out this little fox. I just love him. And then put splendor here. We went ahead and decorated this little chipboard piece that is in the scrapbook kit, and used the scrapbook kit flowers. We went ahead and outlined the butterfly in black, and then I went ahead and added these little crystal that you get. I think these were in a previous kit, and if that kit is still available, I will put that down below for you in the description box.
But I hope today gave you some inspiration to try some mixed media. And I really love how the butterfly turned out. I know it was kind of iffy there for a minute because we had splotches here and there, but we covered those up with some of the little gems here. And you know what? It looks good. So I'm pretty happy with it. I hope you guys like it too. So, everybody makes mistakes, and you can always cover up your mistakes, and that's what crafting is all about. So again, I hope you guys had fun, and thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.
Thanks for joining me today, y'all. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial, and head on over to Trace Jolie to check out their shop. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and comment, and join me Friday nights at 4:30 Central Time.